So I want to show you how we went from this old bungalow into this new exciting home, and from this in the back transformed into this. So I'm just going to talk you through. There'll be some images going along here. It's a beautiful area that we moved in, but it was a little bit longer than we thought it would take to get through planning. 18 months, in fact, was and revision 6. So it wasn't actually even the original design that we managed to get through. There was a lot to and fro in from the planning. Our architect was fantastic. Really did work hard for us and make sure that we got a scheme through. Probably would have been easier to get it done as a new build. But hindsight's a great thing. But we managed to get something that we were happy with. And the end result, I think, as you've seen at the beginning, I've seen at the end, with all the internal photographs, sort of speaks for itself. But builds like this, obviously, new build tends to be easier. You're starting with a fresh footprint and a clean flat site, whereas this, we're dealing with a lot of old walls and things, and remediation that you have to deal with. So there's a lot of mess. It would have been easier just to get a digger in, drop the whole house, clear the site, get rid of it, get your footings dug and start again. But we decided to not go through that route and just extend, take the roof off and lift the eaves height up, go higher and put another story on. We did start this sort of going into the winter as well. So as you can see on the next sort of photographs, it was cold on that roof, stripping the roof. One of the things we did, we tried to get rid of as much stuff as we could on like Facebook Marketplace. So a lot of people were taking things like all the timber from the roof, that sort of water cylinder there, that went. There was a lot of stuff that people would come and collect, even the insulation that was in the loft. So always getting rid of stuff that we can. But yeah, it was a good. We decided on it was a good sort of project. We decided on artificial grass in the back, so we levelled the site off at the beginning while we had access through. And then local guys we used for the steelwork, they were really good guys. Obviously we got a crane on site to lift everything in. Had to sort of pin it up because we didn't block the gable up to start with. So we sort of pinned the steels up and held them there with I think you call it a tack weld or something, just to hold it in position for the ridge beam. But as you can see, progress being made. I think the whole thing took us maybe 6 or 7 months to do. We had a few fun things. This sort of gable here on the other side come one morning and that had blown down. Lost about 5 courses of block work. Simply because he didn't follow the outer solid block work up at the same time. He tried to just get ahead of himself. No one's to blame sort of thing. We're out on the front, we're exposed. So you get all these little challenges along the way with these sort of sites. But on the whole, the idea is just get over it and, do what you can to move forward. So traditional roof built on site there. Joiners were fantastic who did this. We had a warm roof as well, so the insulation went on top. Obviously, you've got your build up on there, and you've got your vapour barrier and on the inside as well. So that was something we had to consider. Flat roof on the back with a roof lantern. So obviously, same again, you've got to do all your furring strips, your OSB, your insulation, your vapour barriers and stuff like that. That's the lads doing the insulation on the warm roof on the main roof. Steel's going on the back there as well. Starting to look like a bit of a house now. You can see it all coming together. Windows going in. It's always great when you get things like windows. And there's certain stages you go along where it just feels great. Roof going on, obviously, is one of them. Went for a GRP roof, which is sort of brushed on. Resin absolutely stinks. And we had a glass roof light going on, which we needed a crane with some suckers on to get it over the house and get it into position, because it was a big, old, heavy unit. So that going on again was something that just, it's a big sort of relief when that goes on. So windows fitting and roof lights fitting is one of those ticked off things where you're like, because it's a big expense. It's not like cutting a piece of insulation the wrong size. If your windows are the wrong size, it's a big expense. So we did as much of the sort of low skill tasks as we could. Obviously, you need to make sure when you cut your insulation that it does, it is tight and it goes in well. It's not loose and sort of sagging, or it defeats the object of putting it in. So we did that. A little bit exposed on the front there. Possibly should have boarded that up. But hey ho. Obviously, with it being an old floor, there's Dexter. He loved the balcony. We liquid screeded the whole ground floor. So on top of that, what you can see there, we got it all liquid screeded, ready for the Antico flooring that we were going to put down, just to give it all a big open plan feel. One of the things as well, when you're laying out the rooms from, especially with when you've got a roof like this, which is a hip to a gable, and you've got pinch points and low points and beams coming through everywhere, you sort of, we changed the sort of room design a little bit, and made the bedrooms the same size, and made one of the bathrooms a little bit bigger, just because we felt that worked better for us. Little things like this, putting a media unit in, media wall in, you know, all those little bits that sort of you're designing along the way. Bathroom getting done there, and patio out on the back, porcelain patio. Often we'd finish the day sat out here when we had the weather with us, having a takeout most of the time. We chose K-Rend on the outside for half of it, and then Siberian Larch was the timber that went on the rest, obviously on a black membrane with a batten. We painted the battens black up because we had a shadow gap in them, just something we'd seen the design online, that whole thing, looking at Pinterest and seeing what you like. Handleless kitchen from Howden's with another supplier who did the quartz worktop to go on top. And that's the balcony there. So that took a bit of looking at to make sure with the GRP roof that the frame was fixed as it should be. And originally we wanted just normal glass, but because of the high winds we get on the front there, the engineer who was building the system decided to put handrail on top just to give it a bit more sort of stability. Really felt like we were getting somewhere when you could see the hardcore going on the drive. That was obviously a bit of a fun one, you know, a few hundred lengths of 4 metre Siberian Larch, all needed oiling, Osmo oiling, about 3 coats. It wasn't me that did that, it was Chloe, by the way. Christian the joiner did a fantastic job fixing that cladding on, really good. Just the way he'd done all the corners and all the, you know, splits and the lines were all nice and neat. So we're really happy with that. Dexter again, we decided to keep the cost down with the wardrobes by buying IKEA ones and making them fit. Chloe again did a lot of putting all that together, and Christian just did a lot of the stuff around it. So here's the sort of finished result, what we ended up with. So beautiful house there, single story front and side and back extension, and uplift to create 3 bedrooms, an ensuite and a bathroom upstairs. So that's the entrance there, going into the downstairs toilet. All Howden's standard oak internal doors. Nice big open plan lounge. We could have made another room in there, but we just wanted the open space, to be honest, but we could have put an office or something in there. So that's leading you upstairs. Nice oak staircase we did. We've got the kitchen and utility. Kitchen had sort of 3 zones in it. So you've got your kitchen and your sort of loungy area there, and then there's a dining area just off in the corner, looking out onto the garden, which is nice. As I say, quartz worktop, everything electric in terms of all the kitchen appliances. There's that roof light that we put in. Great shot there from Mike with the camera. And that's it in the back. Great entertaining space out the back. 5 metre bifolds. Yeah, so really happy with that. That Osmo oil did a real good job on the Larch as well. So we were made up with that. That's the landing at the top. So that's one of the bedrooms. Big double bedrooms, those. Bathroom. Porcelain tiles throughout on there. And then we go into the master bedroom with the balcony and the wardrobes. So lovely open space there. Really enjoy sitting in there when the sun's out. And there's the balcony. And then we've got the ensuite bathroom with the egg bath and the walk-in shower. Blended the grey tiles with the... We were going to put the sort of marbly tiles throughout, but I thought it would have been a bit of overkill, so we decided to put grey tiles just to break it a little bit, which I think worked really well. So there's a couple more photographs, and then we got a video done as well of the property, so here's a video for you.